Hey everyone, what is up? Della right here again, the Market God. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how my team and I caught over 160 plus pips on gold. Now I'm going to show you the exact strategy that we use from A to Z. So if you are trying to learn how to trade gold and to trade gold like I do, then stick around and watch this video. You can learn something or two. Now this strategy is a very simple strategy which I keep telling people all the time. Now simplicity actually makes it easier for you to trade a pair like gold. So without further ado, let's just dive right into the video. All right guys, so now first and foremost, I always talk about the trend in the market. It is very important that you must first of all know how to identify the trend in the market. So first of all, we came up to the 4-hour time frame, or you could even look into the daily time frame, right? And then try to identify the trend of the market. Now you could tell that the market had been trending to the downside for some time now. So as you can see, creating series of what? Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and price pushed up all the way to this form to create equal highs at this point, and then it skipped. So we all know that this market is still in a downtrend. Now that we've built this scenario, the most important thing that I did at this point was to identify a trend line, just to have like a trend line, right? So we could have just taken a trend line from the daily perspective, marked it up from the first touch and then the second touch over here. So coming down to the 4-hour time frame, our chart was going to look exactly like this. All right, and so that is on the daily perspective. And then also all we did was to mark up levels, looking at how structure actually came into this area, right? We could see how the market formed more of like a double top at this area, dropped all the way down, came here, dropped all the way down, came back here, dropped all the way down, came back here, and the market is just doing whatever that it wants to do at this point. Now, because this market is in a downtrend, I like to follow the trend of the market because I just like to catch the bigger moves in the market. It does not mean that catching the smaller moves, that is the opposite direction of the trend in the market, is not a valid thing to do. But I just personally like to wait for the market to reach out into those zones before I take a decision. Now, having drawn this trend line on the daily, it's also very important that you could also try to find some kind of trend lines also on the intraday perspective. And marking this area up, right, I could see over here. Now, this is as very simple as like the 3-touch rule, right? So you can see the first touch over here, we can see the second touch, and look at how when the market comes into those areas, we could see some sort of wick rejection, and then boom, it drops. So we are looking for that kind of same how do you call it, reaction in that same zone, as simple as it is, right? So my team and I were literally just waiting for price to come into that zone area. So we had marked out an area like here. So I can also mark out an area of interest in this zone over here as well, right? And then just wait for price to come into that zone. Or I could have actually marked out this area because this is way closer, right? So now actually waiting for price to come into that zone. And then what happened? Market tapped into that zone right over here. And actually, one of the most important things you are supposed to do is to wait for the market to form some sort of bearish indication before you jump in. But a lot of people just like to jump in because they want to catch that super tight entry, right? Now, it isn't wrong. This is what we call a risk entry. And then we also have what we call a reduced risk entry, all right? Because in the long run, whatever we do is still a risk, right? So my team and I decided to jump in over here and have a stop loss, take profits around this zone over here. And then our stop losses were, I'm going to post this like somewhere here so you guys can see that I wasn't lying at all. This was called out in my VIP. Our stop loss was about 45 or 40 pips. Whereas now let's see how this trade actually played out on the 15 minutes time frame. So on the 15 minutes time frame, after calling out this trade, the trade finally went into some profits and then began to drop. And as you guys can see, this trade finally hit our take profit. Now this was like haywire in my VIP. A lot of people texted me telling me that wow, like they made significant gains, as you guys can see over here, right? So that's like a very simple strategy that helped us to catch over 160 pips on gold. I'll see you guys in the next video. My name is Della. Peace out.